You have been watching Kennett Indian Baseball. This broadcast presented by
Nick Darter for Dunklin County Sheriff,
Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, the Kennett Country Club Pro Shop, McDonald's, Baker Implement Company, Farm Credit Services of Southeast Missouri, Glen Sane Motors, FM Bank, State Farm Insurance, Greg Wilson, Duncan Sheet Metal, Kennett. It's time for Kennett Indian Baseball. This broadcast presented by
Nick Darter for Dunklin County Sheriff,
Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, the Kennett Country Club Pro Shop, McDonald's, Baker Implement Company, Farm Credit Services of Southeast Missouri, Glen Sane Motors, FM Bank, State Farm Insurance, Greg Wilson, Duncan Sheet Metal, Kennett Chamber of Commerce, Kennett City Light Gas and Water, the committee to elect Darren Todd for judge, Home Plate Bar and Grill, NEA Baptist Hospital, the Kennett Bowling Lanes, and the committee to elect Aaron Waynick for Dunklin County Sheriff. Other sponsors include Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, Kennett Trust Bank, TR Baker Insurance, the Law Office of Peltz, McMullen, Edgington, and Morgan, Bentley Farms, and Ultimate Fitness and Sports. And now, Kennett Indian Baseball.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Kennett Indian Baseball as we get set for Game 2 from Paducah, Kentucky and McCracken County High School. And it'll be O'Fallon, Illinois. The O'Fallon Panthers will be the opponent here in Game 2. Game 1 where the Indian coaches, after talking to the players and they were warming up for Game 2, one of the players made the statement, "Let's flush it out." And Coach News said, "Yeah, that's a good description. Let's get that one behind us and move on to the next one. You can't dwell on things you can't change," and that's going to be the case of the Indians, as they certainly did not play very well defensively out in the field in Game 1. And now in Game 2, it'll be O'Fallon, the Panthers, a team we don't know a whole lot about, but we do know their lineups, and we're still just a few minutes away from baseball here in Game 2. We're going to take a pregame break. We'll check those lineups for you when we return to Paducah, Kentucky, right after this.
Hello, everyone. I'm Aaron Waynick, and I'm running for sheriff of Dunklin County. I'm a lifelong resident of Dunklin County, and I have over 25 years' experience in the field of law enforcement. During my career, I have been blessed to have been trained by and worked beside some of the best the business has had to offer. I have the experience and integrity to lead the sheriff's office in the years to come. I'm married to my best friend, Leah Jo, and we have 2 beautiful daughters, Ella Kate and Emery Lynn. My family and I would like to ask for your vote in the August 6, 2024 primary. Thank you.
Paid for by the committee to elect Aaron Waynick, Dunklin County Sheriff. Karen Vandiver, Treasurer.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
Looking for a reliable, lightning-fast internet service that doesn't break the bank? Kennett Board of Public Works is here with their fiber optic internet service, starting at just $29.95 a month, with speeds up to 1 gigabit per second. And the best part? Kennett Board of Public Works is your local provider, committed to serving the community with top-notch customer service and a network you can count on. Experience the power of fiber optics. Sign up now and revolutionize your internet experience with Kennett Board of Public Works Internet Service.
Hello, this is Darren Todd, Republican candidate for Circuit Judge of the 35th Judicial Circuit, comprising Dunklin and Stoddard counties. I am asking for your vote in the August 6th Republican primary for a 6-year term. I'm a 1991 graduate of Holcomb High School, a 1996 graduate of Southeast Missouri State University, and a 1999 graduate of Southern Illinois University School of Law. I will represent the people of the 35th Judicial Circuit with patience, open-mindedness, compassion, understanding, and firmness. Paid for by the committee to elect Darren Todd Judge, Kim Campbell Treasurer.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Perry Jones back at McCracken County High School, and the opponent O'Fallon, the Panthers of O'Fallon, and the Indians will be the visitors on the scoreboard as they lost the coin toss. Here's the way the Indians will bat and also take to the field in Game 2 here from Paducah. J.C. Poole will lead things off. He'll be at second base. Matt Gardner will be the shortstop and hitting second. Hayden Gilmore will be hitting third and playing first base. Caleb Duncan doing the catching will be the cleanup hitter. Ashton Williams will move back to left field here in Game 2, and he will bat fifth in the order. Peyton Branham will be doing the pitching and batting sixth for the Indians. Caden Pruitt will be the DH this afternoon. Zane Franklin will be playing center field defensively for the Indians. The number 8 hitter, Owen Williams, will play third base, and Jack Morrison will play right field and bat ninth for the Indians here. Here's the lineup for the Panthers of O'Fallon. Rasky will lead things off and play second base. Cox will be in center field and hit second. Blue will be doing the pitching and batting third for O'Fallon. Sip will be the catcher and batting cleanup. Tebby will be at shortstop and batting fifth. Perez will be in left field and batting sixth. Maxidon will be at first base and batting seventh. Vanderhagen will be in right field and batting eighth. And Bauer will be at third base and batting ninth. And I had to pause. The laptop computer and our sunscreen was just blowing across the table, so I had to catch it. Tad Jones didn't want to have a heart attack here. We appreciate Tad and Monty's help. Monty on the radio side of things, Tad on the video side of things. And we're ready for Game 2, and Connor Blue, the right-handed pitcher, taking his warm-up tosses. Good to have you along. We're on our streaming platforms, our KTMO streaming platforms on KTMO's YouTube, KTMO Twitter. We're also on KTMO TV under the KTMO TV tab at KTMOradio.com. And we're on the radio, the flagship station for Kennett Indian Sports, Magic 105, KBOA FM 105.5. As the right-hander Connor Blue taking his warm-up tosses, and the Indians will try to get things going in a little better direction in Game 2. They started out with a 1-0 lead in Game 1, but defensively the Indians just were not solid in that first game. Throw goes down to second, and we're ready to get things going in Game 2 as we're just right on time. Ultimate Fitness and Sports, we appreciate their sponsorship of Kennett Indian Baseball. You can get in shape at Ultimate Fitness and Sports. Work out and be looking good for the warm months ahead. Athletes, you can get your game to the next level with their indoor practice facilities. J.C. Poole stands in, and we are ready for action in Game 2. J.C. swings and fouls the first one straight back, strike one. Blue, pretty good velocity on that first fastball to J.C., but boy, he had a good cut and fouled it straight back. Wind continues to blow in, still at a pretty good pace here in Game 2. Maybe not quite as hard, but at time gusts. This is a little fly ball out to the shortstop off the bat of Poole, and that will be out number one. That one might have dropped in left field had it not been for that wind blowing in so strong from left field. One out, After Poole is retired on the pop-up, now Matt Gardner will hit. Outfield shades way around to the right side, and Matt fouls the first one out of play. Strike one. They're doing that partially because Blue is a pretty hard thrower, and second, because any ball hit in the air is going to blow over toward right field. Fastball a little bit low, ball one. 1-1 the count to Gardner. There's no doubt Kennett is a better fastball hitting team than someone throwing a lot of off-speed pitches. Here's an off-speed pitch and on the inside corner for a called strike. Good breaking pitch that time from Connor Blue. 1-2 the count to Gardner. One out, nobody on, top of the first. Swings at a ball that bounces at the plate. The throw down to first in time. And that's out two. In the top of the first inning for the Indians. First two retired. Here's Hayden Gilmore. Hayden bats from the left side. Temperature has warmed up a bit. Thank goodness for the sunshine, which is directly at our back. Makes it a little tough to see the computer screens here. Hayden strokes this one out down the right field line, and it's going to be foul outside that line. That's another ball that, had not been for the wind blowing so hard in from left field, might have gotten down for a hit. J.C. Pools probably would have got down for a hit over the shortstop's head, the leadoff batter for the Indians here, but both teams play in the same conditions. Curveball and a good take by Gilmore as he wouldn't offer at it. 1-1 the count. Hayden's been having some really good bats for the Kennett Indians. Seeing the ball very well is evident on that take of that breaking pitch. Here's a ground ball to second. A couple of hops and the second baseman over to first for the out. Indians retired. 1-2-3. And the top of the first inning. We will go to the second inning as O'Fallon bats in a scoreless ball game. Back after this.
Experience the April 8th total solar eclipse at the American Legion Fairgrounds in Kennett. Delta Fair vendors will offer a taste of the fair Saturday and Sunday with live music provided by Rooster Blue, Andre Shepard, The Suspects, Double Take, Elliott Wade, and Jaded. The eclipse will take place Monday when Kennett falls within the moon's shadow for a total of 2 minutes and 12 seconds beginning at 1:57 p.m. Join the fun at the American Legion Fairgrounds in Kennett.
I'm Nick Darter, a candidate for Dunklin County Sheriff. I am a husband, father, and God-fearing man. I have been in law enforcement for 14 years as a field training officer, firearms instructor, taser instructor, school resource officer, mentor, and a volunteer firefighter. It is my desire to bring the experience I've acquired as well as the values that have been instilled in me to the Sheriff's Office. I would appreciate your vote August 6th for Dunklin County Sheriff, so together we can see Dunklin County be an even safer future.
Paid for by the committee to elect Nick Darter for sheriff, Philip A. Sandy, treasurer.
Pitcher for the Indians, Peyton Branham, taking his warm-up tosses as we go to the bottom of the first. Rasky, Cox, and Blue. Sip, Tebe, and Perez, Maxidon, Vanderhayden, and Bauer. The batting order for O'Fallon. Defensively, Owen Williams will be at third for the Indians. Matt Gardner at short. J.C. Poole and second baseman. And Hayden Gilmore over at first base around the infield for the Indians. In the outfield, it's Ashton Williams in left. Zane Franklin in center. And Jack Morrison in right. Caleb Duncan doing the catching and the throw down to second. And on the mound, the right-hander, senior Peyton Branham. See if the Indians defensively can kind of put behind game one out of their memories and move on here to game two and make some plays for the pitcher Peyton Branham. Drained Rasky, the second baseman, shows butt and takes the first pitch. A little bit low, ball one. That brings Williams in at third after showing the butt. Ball 2 is low and outside, 2-0. O'Fallon will play McCracken County immediately following this game. So each one of these schools getting a couple of games under their belt. Foul ball down the third baseline. And the count 2-1 on Dane Rasky leading things off for O'Fallon. Ground ball into center field for a base hit. Hard hit ball right back up the middle to the right of J.C. Poole into center field. Leadoff single for O'Fallon. And that brings in Camden Cox, their center fielder, right-handed hitter. You know, when Williams coming away in, Camden is not a very tall target at the plate. Peyton Branham with a runner going on the first pitch. Throw down to second is not in time. Didn't see what the pitch was called, but I believe it was a strike. No, now they say it's a ball. So the stolen base puts Rasky down at second base on the play. Nobody out. 1 ball, no strikes. The count. Now they change it to a strike. The second pitch is a ball. I think the scorekeeper up in the box was like me and didn't see what the umpire had called. Now 1-1 the count to Cox with a runner at second, nobody out. This ball is popped up on the infield. Gilmore over toward the dugout, right against the rail, and it's going to go over the dugout and out of play. Another ball that was blown by the wind. Very, very possible that Gilmore would have had a play before he got to the dugout on that one had it not been for the strong wind pushing the ball over toward the right side and in from center field here at McCracken County High School. Cox at the plate, a 1-2 count. Rasky, the runner at second, and they'll have a pickoff play at second, and Rasky gets back in there safely as Matt Gardner snuck behind the base runner. Hayden Gilmore with a pickoff in game 1 over at first base. 1-2 the count to Camden Cox. A ground ball towards second. Fielded by Poole, the play to first, and the tag is made at first for the out. Runner will move up to third. So a ground ball, batter out at first. Poole to Gilmore. Rasky moves up to third. There's one down in the inning. And Connor Blue, the pitcher, will be at the plate. Connor pops the first one up. It's over toward the dugout, and it's going to get out of play as well. Strike 1 on Blue. Blue is listed as the DH, but he's also in the field doing the pitching, so. If he comes out of the game, they'll keep him obviously in his number 3 hitting position. But right now he's out in the field doing the pitching, and ball 1 is inside, 1-1 on Blue. Rasky, the base runner at third. With one down, a ground ball to third. The only play is Williams' long throw across the diamond and a good scoop over there by Gilmore for out number 2, but the run scores on the ground ball put out. Owen Williams to Hayden Gilmore. Rasky scores on the play, and it's 1-0 in favor of the Panthers. Now the base is empty and 2 down. Their cleanup hitter, Keegan Sipp. Left-handed hitter facing Peyton Branham. O'Fallon with a run on a hit here in the first inning. First pitch is a ball into Sipp. Tebby in the on-deck circle for O'Fallon. Curveball from Brandon. A little bit low. Peyton misses on the first 2 to the cleanup hitter for O'Fallon. Oh, and inside is ball 3. 3-0 the count. Ball 4, 4 pitches and a walk to the cleanup hitter. He's down at first base with 2 down. Tebe comes to the plate. Tebe, the shortstop. Grant Tebe be a right-handed hitter. A run in for O'Fallon here in the bottom of the first inning. A run on a hit, stolen base. This ball is going to get away from the catcher in the dirt. Now they're going to try to go to third, and the throw down there is not in time. So a wild pitch. That's the base runner moved down to second. Then down to third on the same. Wild pitch, a deep backstop here. So runner at third base and 2 down. This pitch is ball 2 from Peyton Branham. 2-0 the count to Tebe. Ball 3 is low. 3-0. Perez in the on-deck circle for O'Fallon. Bottom of the first, it's 1-0 O'Fallon. They have a run on a hit. A runner at third and 2 outs. Strike at the knees makes it 3-1. Indians retired 1-2-3 in the top half of the inning. 3-1 on the outside corner is a called strike, and the count goes full 3-2. Great to have you along. So we are in game 2 from Paducah, Kentucky. The 3-2 pitch, outside corner, called strike 3. That'll strand a runner at third, but O'Fallon gets a run in the inning. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Indians as we go to the second. Duncan, Williams, and Branham when we return right after this.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
First Missouri Bank of SEMO understands that banking is more than just managing dollars and cents. It's about strengthening relationships, helping neighbors, believing in our communities, and planning for the future. FM Bank proudly offers competitive rates on personal, home, agricultural, and business loans, and all banking decisions are made here in our local communities. Visit any of our FM Bank locations today for more info. To us, people matter. FM Bank is also proud to sponsor Kennett Indian Sports. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
1-0 O'Fallon as we go to the second inning. And Caleb Duncan will lead things off for the Indians. Indians retired 1-2-3 in the top half of the first. Connor Blue only 9 pitches to get the Indians out. Top of the first inning, the right-hander is ready, and Caleb Duncan stands in. And a first pitch to Caleb, outside, ball 1. Great to have you along for Kennett Indian Baseball here from Paducah, Kentucky for 2 games. Sunshine, but cold temperatures and windy. This ball 2 is way high to Caleb, 2-0. Caleb ahead in the count. Leading off the second. Strike on the outside corner, 2-1 now to Caleb. Temperature was right around 40 when we were setting up for game 1, and cloudy, and the wind blowing 20-25 miles an hour straight in. That wind has continued, but it has warmed up a bit. Caleb tries to hold up, but goes around on a high fastball, and that evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Caleb. Curveball is a beauty, called strike 3. That was a nasty pitch from Connor Blue. Good-looking right-hander for Fallon. Brings in Ashton Williams. Wind blowing straight in from left center field as Ashton stands in. Big ballpark here at McCracken County, if you're wondering. If you like the long ball, I doubt if you see one today. It would have to be hammered to get out of here. But Ashton did that at Van Buren when I said I didn't think we would see a long ball. This pitch in there for a strike, 1-1 to Ashton. 1 out, nobody on. And going around on this delivery from Connor Blue is Ashton Williams. Williams in the hole, 1 ball and 2 strikes now. The pitch. Curveball is a beauty on the outside corner, called strike 3. That brings up Peyton Branham. First 5 Indians have been shut down by Connor Blue in this ball game. Blue works out of the stretch all the time. The first pitch, fastball paints the outside corner, strike 1. Impressive looking right-hander, Connor Blue from O'Fallon. Fastball is high, gets by the catcher into the backstop. Count 1-1 to Branham. 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd inning. Nobody on for the Indians, looking for their first base runner of the ball game. Curveball is inside, ball 2. 2-1 to Branham. Caden Pruitt in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Fastball is high, ball 3. 3-1. Branham is trying to reach base for the Indians. Head in the count, 3-1. He swings and misses at a good fastball. Count full now, 3-2 with 2 outs. Flag right over by the scoreboard, standing straight out, blowing both in and toward the line. Foul ball off of Brannon at the plate. The count remains 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 2nd. The pitch. Line drive, base hit to right field. Past Rasky into right field. Good at bat by Peyton Branham for the Indians. Line drive and just took it the other way. So the Indians with their first base runner with 2 outs. That brings up Caden Pruitt. First pitch to Pruitt, low and outside, ball 1. Bentley Farms in Dudley, Missouri, owned by Wes and Chantel Bentley. They're Kennett residents and wish the Indians good luck this baseball season. Appreciate their support. Ground ball slowly hit to short. The shortstop will field and step on the bag for out number 3. Indians strand a runner in the 2nd. They trail 1-0 as O'Fallon bats bottom of the 2nd right after this.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glenn St. ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glenn St. and God bless our troops.
It's always a home run when you visit the all-new Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti. They have delicious food served up hot and fresh. Be sure to check out their daily lunch and dinner specials. Their catfish, the best around, plus chicken, shrimp, steaks, and their smash burgers will keep you coming back for more. They have 10 big screen TVs where you can catch all the big games. Be sure to like them on Facebook. Slide into home at the Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti.
1-0 O'Fallon as they bat in the bottom of the second. And it'll be their 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up. Perez, Maxidon, and Vanderhayden. And Peyton Branham, 21 pitches in his first inning of work, will start inning number 2. 1 run on 1 hit. Hits are even at 1 apiece. No errors for either team. Kennett pitchers, though, so far this season, their pitch count has really jumped up quickly. Ball 1 to Perez as we get underway here in the second inning. So control has not been where it needs to be for the Kennett starting pitchers so far this season. That pitch count getting up. Here's a good breaking pitch in there from Peyton Branham. He's one of the keys for this ball club. The senior. So he gets the start here in game 2, and a curveball and a slap foul out of play down the left field line. 1-2 the count. Perez back in the box. The 1-2 pitch as he leads off the bottom of the second. And he fouls it again out of play and stays alive. 1-2. Kennett Trust Bank, one of our great broadcast sponsors on First Street in Kennett. Serving Kennett and the surrounding area since 1963. They're proud to be your bank. Swing and a miss. Going down on strikes, Perez for the first out. Good start to the bottom of the second for senior right-hander Peyton Branham. Kennett Trust Bank, locally owned full-service banking. Member FDIC, one of our great broadcast sponsors. Ian Maxidon at the plate, left-handed hitter. First ball fouled back to the screen, strike 1. And thanks to Monty Lyons, Tad Jones for their help. Couldn't do it without them getting these broadcasts underway. Going to have a busy week next week. Seems like we're into next week, but we're in Saturday. Pitch is high, 1-1 now to Maxidon. On Monday, we're at Cape Central High School, SEMO Conference matchup against the Tigers. Wednesday, we're at Republic High School. And a line drive right field, second hit of the ball game for the Panthers. A one-out single into right. Morrison gets it back in quickly. Maxidon down at first. We will play Republic and we'll play Nixa in the Springfield area at Republic High School on Wednesday. And then at East Carter on Thursday. Vanderhayden, the right fielder, Drew Vanderhayden at the plate. Maxidon at first with 1 out. The throw to first, the runner back in there safely. Vanderhayden, the number 8 order hitter for O'Fallon. O'Fallon bringing several fans here this afternoon as well. Several Kennett fans. Another throw to first. Again, back in there safely. Maxidon. McCracken County always with a good home crowd for their contest. Lots of seating here for the fans. Good pitch on the inside corner. Peyton Branham. Is strike 1 to Drew Vanderhayden. Ground ball is going to get into left field between short and third. A couple of hits in the inning. Runners at first and second. A couple of ground balls that were placed in the right area. Kennett would love a double play with 1 out in the inning, and Carson Bauer, the number 9 hitter, left-handed hitter, comes to the plate. Franklin in center field, shading over toward right field for the left-handed hitter. Curveball is inside, ball one to Bauer. Matt Gardner holding the runner down at second close. Sneaks behind the runner, and they'll throw down, but not in time. Boy, they had some room there, and Peyton a little slow releasing that throw down to Matt Gardner. But they had the runner down at second, Maxidon kind of leaning toward third base. Now the 1-0 pitch as Gardner again sneaks behind the runner. Now they'll throw to first and the runner back in there safely. That time Gilmore, who was playing behind the runner, a timing play, snuck behind the runner, and Vanderhayden got back in safely. 1 ball, no strikes to count on the number 9 hitter, Bauer, at the plate with 1 down and 2 on. Strike called on the inside corner. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at first and second for O'Fallon. Bottom of the second. A 1-0 ball game. O'Fallon Panthers in the lead. Another throw back to second. That one was timed a little better, but that time the base runner, Maxidon, was not caught off guard like he was earlier in the at-bat. 1-1 the count on the hitter, and the pitch, a line drive toward the shortstop. The only play was back to first, but the runner back in there safely as Gardner snagged it. Runner at second, Maxidon, was going back to the bag, and he tried to throw to first to double up the runner, but runner back in there safely. So a line drive, and the batter is out, and the runners stay put. Now 2 outs in the inning. And back to the top of the order for O'Fallon and Drain Rasky, who singled his first at bat. It takes ball 1. Rasky singled back up the middle, his first at bat. Runner at second, runner at first, and a ground ball to J.C. Poole at second. J.C. grabs, throws to first for the out, so a couple of runners retired. At the bottom of the second, but a 0 on the scoreboard for O'Fallon. They lead it 1-0. Kennett bats in the third when we return right after this.
Kennett Bowling Lanes is under new ownership, and they're excited to announce new menu items coming soon with delicious lunch specials every day. Looking for a fun family outing? Family night is every Wednesday night from 4 to 8. Kids bowl for free with a meal purchase. Book your next birthday party with a basic or pizza party package. They can also host business events. Call 888-9400 to make a reservation or stop by 1315 St. Francis Street in Kennett. Kennett Bowling Lanes. Strike up some fun.
Spring is here, and it's time to get your team signed up for tournaments at the Kennett Country Club. The tournament season kicks off with the Eclipse 2-Person Night Tournament on April 7th. The 3-Man Scramble is on April 4th and 5th, and the big 2-Man Scramble Tournament is on May 18th and 19th. See the full tournament listing on the Kennett Country Club Facebook page. Sign up today at the Kennett Country Club Pro Shop and enjoy the fun with tournaments this year at the Kennett Country Club.
Delicious deals for delicious meals at McDonald's. Get exclusive deals on your McDonald's favorites in the McDonald's app with contactless mobile order and convenient drive-thru pickup. Get a free large fries when you download the McDonald's app and join My McDonald's Rewards. Download it today. Your local Kennett McDonald's has been serving the Kennett community for over 30 years and is proud to support area youth.
All your friends at the local McDonald's wish the Kennett Indians a safe and successful season. Go Indians!
Top of the third we go. O'Fallon leads 1-0. It'll be Owen Williams, Jack Morrison, and J.C. Poole due up for the Indians. Matt Gardner, if anyone can reach. Connor Blue, 27 pitches through 2 innings of work, giving up just 1 hit so far, and a swing and a miss by Owen Williams, strike 1. He leads off the third. O'Fallon with 3 hits in the ballgame. Kennett with 1. O'Fallon's run coming in the first inning. The 0-1 is a curveball, missed inside, ball 1. Connor Blues, 1-1 pitch. Fastball just outside, ball 2, didn't miss by much. Missed on a curveball just off the inside part of the plate, and that fastball just off the outside part of the plate. Both of these umpires here today have been very, very good and consistent. Good umpire crew here at McCracken County High School. Called strike 2 on a fastball in there. To Owen Williams leading off the third. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Owen takes ball 3. Breaking pitch outside. The count goes full. Three-2. Outside ball 4. A good at bat by Owen Williams leading off the inning. He is down at first base. Let's see if we can put a big number on the board. Jack Morrison comes to the plate. J.C. Poole moves to the on-deck circle for Kennett. A 6-pitch at bat that time for Owen Williams. The first pitch is in there for a strike to Jack Morrison, who was showing bunt. Took it for the strike. That brings the third baseman Bauer in. First baseman Maxidon holds Owen Williams on at first. No balls, 1 strike to count. Now Jack Morrison back in the box after Coach New went through the signs. The pitch to Jack is a curveball called strike at the letters. 1-2 or 0-2 the count. Now to Morrison. Jack shows bunt, takes it for ball 1. Even with 2 strikes, Morrison was showing the bunt. Took it for a ball, and now it's 1-2. That brought Bauer again in from third. May give Jack an opportunity to hit it by the third baseman if he puts it in play. A breaking pitch blocked at the plate. Runner Williams will stay at first, but the count goes to 2-2. Morrison is working the pitcher, Connor Blue, here. Coach New going through the signs down in the third base coach's box. Coach Lou Allen at first base. Coach Pixley in the dugout for the Indians. And strike 3 called on the outside corner. Indians now with 1 down, go back to the top of the order. And here's J.C. Poole. J.C. popped out to short his first at bat. Owen Williams, the base runner at first. J.C. takes a strike. Breaking pitch. For strike 1. Matt Gardner in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Inside is ball 1, 1-1. Wind lets up at times here at the ballpark, and sometimes it gets really gusty once again. 1-1 the count to J.C. Poole with a runner at first and 1 out. Ball 2 is inside to J.C. 2-1 the count to Poole. Connor Blue checks the runner at first. The pitch to J.C. A swing and a miss, 2-2. The Kennett senior second baseman. We're in the top of the third. O'Fallon leads Kennett 1-0. 2 balls, 2 strikes to J.C. Poole. Owen Williams at first after the leadoff walk. And here's a line drive to the second baseman. He'll catch it. And Owen Williams back safely at first. Line drive right at the second baseman, and Rasky takes care of it for out number 2. That brings up Matt Gardner. Trying to keep things going with 2 outs here in the top of the third. Owen Williams, after a leadoff walk, still at first base. Breaking pitch in the dirt is, now they check and they say Matt did not go after it, so that's ball 1. Hayden Gilmore now on the on-deck circle for Kennett. 2 outs in the inning. The pitch, swing and a miss, a good fastball. Evens the count 1-1. Williams takes his lead at first. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The throw to first. Owen back in there sliding safely. One ball, 1 strike to count. 2 down. Runner at first. And the pitch. Curveball at the knees. Called strike 2 to Matt Gardner. That's a tough breaking pitch there from Connor Blue. Perfect location. At the knees and on the outside corner. Breaking away from the right-hand hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Gardner. Runner at first. Owen Williams. Leadoff walk in the inning. Now 2 down, the 1-2. With the runner going and a pitch outside, no one's going to reach second base without a throw. So the tying run at second. Matt Gardner at the plate with a 2-2 count. 2 down. Connor Blue. The right-hander looks in for the sign. The 2-2 pitch to the senior, Matt Gardner. Breaking pitch, going around is Matt with a swing and a miss, and that'll do it. Kennett will strand a runner in the third, and we will go bottom of the third. O'Fallon bats leading this one 1-0.
The human body is capable of the extraordinary. As well as the not so extraordinary. No matter your skill, restore your peak performance with the Orthodox, a dream team of orthopedic surgery. Get back in the game with the Orthodox at NEA Baptist.
Who doesn't love being number 1? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Throw down to second, and we're ready for action in the bottom of the third. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the order due up for the O'Fallon Panthers. Camden Cox, followed by Blue and Sip, facing Peyton Branham. Peyton with 36 pitches so far through 2 innings of work. And Camden Cox stands in. Camden grounded out to J.C. Poole at second, his first at bat. And he takes the first pitch high and outside, ball 1. The wind really picking up again, so I had to catch my tablet from blowing off the table. The 1-0 pitch to Camden Cox. A curveball hit toward JC. A tough backhanded stab. He'll throw to first, but not in time. The ball will get by the first baseman, and that will let Cox advance down to second base. JC made a really good play on the ball, and then the throw to first got by Gilmore, And down to second on the throw is Cox. So he's in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the third, and the pitcher Connor Blue at the plate. Connor rounded out to Owen Williams at third, his first at bat. So in picks up again, a little fly ball out in the left field. Going back is Ashton Williams, and he catches it. No, it goes off his hands over his shoulder. A tough play, and the run's going to score on a double. Well, that ball just kept going and going into the wind, and Ashton was able to get the glove on it, but a very tough play on the deep fly ball. And the run will score. Cox from second base, now Blue at second base. And O'Fallon leads 2-0. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. Their cleanup hitter, Keegan Sip, at the plate. Left-handed hitter. Sip walked his first appearance, and he grounds it to the first baseman. Fielding, nice play down there, was Gilmore, and he throws to the pitcher. They'll throw back to third behind the runner Blue, and they'll tag him out. Double play by the Indians. So the ball in play, Gilmore diving to his right, gets the out at first. Blue going to third, they throw behind him, and he was picked off down at third, and a great defensive play that time by the pitcher Branham for firing it to third. And now there's 2 outs and nobody on in the inning. And at the plate, Grant Tebe, the shortstop, takes ball 1. A run in, but what looked like could be a really big inning. Certainly turned around on that night's defensive play by Gilmore. Now Gilmore, the pop fly. Poole will call for it, and it goes off JC's glove. Right in front of the first baseman. Again, that wind here has caused some problems. A little pop fly, and that one goes off JC's glove on the infield for the first error of the ball game on the Indians. Now time is called as Coach New is going to come out of the dugout. That was a ball, really. It was JC's all the way, but it blew it all the way almost right in front of Hayden Gilmore at first base. JC was hanging with it and also looking right into the sun. Not to make excuses, but certainly that was a factor. Now Brannon, we're going to have some defensive changes for the Indians as a pitching change for the Indians. We'll tell you about the new pitcher as we return to Paducah, Kentucky right after this.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Well, the new pitcher will be Owen Williams coming in from third base. Owen saw action in the first game as they're going to get Peyton Branham out. Nothing that Peyton really did wrong. They're just wanting to keep his pitch count low enough that the Indians can use him if needed at Cape Central on Monday. So let's look at the numbers in the game for Owen, or for Peyton Branham. 2 2/3 innings. He threw 42 pitches. 25 of those strikes, 5 hits, gave up 2 runs, and 2 of those were earned. He walked 1 and struck out 2 in the ball game. Now a runner at first and 2 down. And Anthony Perez will come to the plate. Perez is 0 for 1 on the afternoon as he was a strikeout victim facing Peyton Branham. his first plate appearance. The left-handed hitter with a runner at first takes strike one from Owen Williams. Owen did a nice job for the Indians. Didn't have the defensive help he really needed in game one, as Perez looks down the third base coach's box. Tebe, the runner at first, who reached on an error. This pitch in there for a called strike, and it's 0-2. Kennett's committed 2 errors so far in this ball game, and they had more errors than hits in the first one. Throw to first, and the runner back in there safely. In this inning, Hayden Gilmore with a gem diving to his right to snag a ground ball off his back through to the pitcher. Branham covering first, then Branham fired it to Owen Williams at third, and they doubled up the runner who was at second to advance to third. Another throw to first. Again, the runner back in there safely. 0-2 the count to Perez. He bats with 2 outs and a runner at first here in the second inning. Or in the third inning, correction. The runner goes, and this one's fouled back to the screen. Count remains 0-2. O'Fallon with a run in the inning. It looked like it could be a lot worse than that for the Indians. Had not been for that great defensive play. Now the 0-2. A ground ball toward third. Branham will field. Payton across the diamond throws a strike to Hayden Gilmore for out number 3. O'Fallon with a run. They lead it 2-0 as we go to the fourth. Indians bat when we return right after this.
Hello, everyone. I'm Aaron Waynick, and I'm running for sheriff of Dunklin County. I'm a lifelong resident of Dunklin County, and I have over 25 years' experience in the field of law enforcement. During my career, I have been blessed to have been trained by and worked beside some of the best the business has had to offer. I have the experience and integrity to lead the sheriff's office in the years to come. I'm married to my best friend, Leah Jo, and we have 2 beautiful daughters, Ella Kate and Emery Lynn. My family and I would like to ask for your vote in the August 6, 2024 primary. Thank you.
Paid for by the committee to elect Aaron Waynick, Dunklin County Sheriff. Karen Vandiver, Treasurer.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
The law office of Peltz, McMullen, Edgington, and Morgan. With years of experience, they're the name to trust when you need an attorney. Located at 217 College in Kennett. You can give them a call, 888-4644. We appreciate them and their sponsorship of Kennett Indian Sports. Law office of Peltz, McMullen, Edgington, and Morgan. Indians trail 2-0 as we go to the top of the fourth. Let me change it over to the top of the fourth. Now we're ready to go. And stepping to the box, Hayden Gilmore. Hayden made that gem of a play, started the double play at first base. About as good as you're going to see. And a line drive to the first baseman, Maxidon, and Hayden was robbed as Maxidon had him played well, and Hayden hit it right on the nose. He is getting some good at-bats, but hitting into some tough luck at times just like that. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the fourth inning, and here's Caleb Duncan. Indians trailing 2-0 as we play in the fourth. First pitch to Caleb. Strike called, a breaking pitch. 4 hits for O'Fallon in the ballgame. 1 hit for the Indians. A couple of errors for Kennett. Caleb bounces this one slowly to third, but it's going to go foul outside the line. And the count 0-2 to Caleb Duncan. One out, nobody on here in the fourth inning. The 0-2 pitch to Caleb. Outside, ball one. Didn't miss by much. Haven't mentioned it in Game 2, but if you're just joining us for Game 2, it's a turf surface here at McCracken County High School. The outfield is grass, similar to what we'll see at Cape Central on Monday. Ball 2 is high and outside. 2-2 now to Duncan. Gilmore, first pitch he saw, hit a line drive, but it was snagged by the first baseman, Maxidon, for out number 1. Now the 2-2 with a 1 down to Caleb. Curveball called strike 3 at the knees. Out 2 now in the inning. And with 2 outs coming to the plate, Ashton Williams. Ashton, a strikeout victim, his first at bat against Connor Blue. First pitch from Blue, outside, ball 1. 1-0 pitch to Williams. Swing and a miss. High fastball, and 1-1 in the count. Said it before, and I'll say it again this season. Ashton Williams, he doesn't get cheated. When he swings, he lets it loose. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And a breaking pitch. And it's 1-2. Ashton was fooled by the curveball that time. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to the Kennett senior, Ashton Williams. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 4th, and Kennett trailing 2-0. Swing and a miss at a curveball. Catcher will have to throw down to first, and does. And that will do it for the Indians in the top of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th we go. O'Fallon will send 7, 8, and 9 to the plate. They lead it 2-0. Back with that bottom of the 4th inning right after this.
Looking for a reliable, lightning-fast internet service that doesn't break the bank? Kennett Board of Public Works is here with their fiber optic internet service, starting at just $29.95 a month, with speeds up to 1 gigabit per second. And the best part? Kennett Board of Public Works is your local provider, committed to serving the community with top-notch customer service and a network you can count on. Experience the power of fiber optics. Sign up now and revolutionize your internet experience with Kennett Board of Public Works Internet Service.
Hello, this is Darren Todd, Republican candidate for Circuit Judge of the 35th Judicial Circuit, comprising Dunklin and Stoddard counties. I am asking for your vote in the August 6th Republican primary for a 6-year term. I'm a 1991 graduate of Holcomb High School, a 1996 graduate of Southeast Missouri State University, and a 1999 graduate of Southern Illinois University School of Law. I will represent the people of the 35th Judicial Circuit with patience, open-mindedness, compassion, understanding, and firmness. Paid for by the committee to elect Darren Todd Judge, Kim Campbell Treasurer.
Bottom of the 4th we go, 2-0 O'Fallon, and Ian Maxidon will lead things off. Maxidon, the first baseman, 1 for 1 on the day, and pops the first one in the air outside of third, and that one's going to get out of play. Strike 1. Skeeterkill Sporting Goods, another one of our great broadcast sponsors. They're not just a name, they're a tradition for over 60 years. Skeeterkill has been the premier sports provider. Area teams. This ball flied out to right. Jack Morrison was there. 4 out number 1. Boy, you don't want to call these outs too early in this ball game. But Jack played that one well, and 1 down here in the inning. Skeeterkill Sporting Goods wishing the Indians and all the area teams good luck this season. When you need sporting goods, it's Skeeterkill. 1 down, bottom of the 4th, and that brings up Drew Vanderhayden. Vanderhayden, 1 for 1, takes ball 1. So he bats with 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th inning. Owen Williams, second Kennett pitcher of the day, misses inside, ball 2, 2-0 the count. Owen got the final out in that 3rd inning. Now getting the first out here in the 4th inning. This pitch Misses. Oh, actually, it was called a strike, 2-1. But off the glove of Caleb Duncan, 2-1. Ball 3 is low, 3-1 the count now to Drew Vanderhayden. Right fielder for O'Fallon. Singled on a ground ball to the left. His first at bat, and he pops this one up over the backstop and out of play, and the count goes full, 3-2. One out, nobody on for the Panthers here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Three balls, two strikes to count to Vanderhayden. And a pitch outside, curveball is ball 4, so a one-out base runner sends the number 9 hitter Carson Bauer to the plate. Carson lined out to the shortstop, his first plate appearance, left-handed hitter. Owen Williams would love to serve up the double play ball. Kennett has turned to double play, a little unconventional earlier in the ball game. The first pitch is high to Bauer, ball 1. Middle of infield at double play depth. Next pitch headed home, hit out to right field. Another opportunity for Morrison, and Jack will make the play. He'll throw it back to first base, and they're going to double up the runner who was off on the pitch. So a double play ends the inning as Morrison catches the fly ball. As Vanderhayden had stole second, he was halfway to third, and they throw it back to first. And that'll do it for O'Fallon in the bottom of the fourth. We go to the fifth. Kennett bats, trailing this one 2-0.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Experience the April 8th total solar eclipse at the American Legion Fairgrounds in Kennett. Delta Fair vendors will offer a taste of the fair Saturday and Sunday with live music provided by Rooster Blue, Andre Shepard, The Suspects, Double Take, Elliott Wade, and Jaded. The eclipse will take place Monday when Kennett falls within the moon shadow for a total of 2 minutes and 12 seconds beginning at 1:57 p.m. Join the fun at the American Legion Fairgrounds in Kennett.
Peyton Branham will lead things off for the Indians. He has the lone Kennett hit here in Game 2 as the Indians trail 2-0. Defensively, the Indians have turned a couple of double plays in Game 2, but they've also committed a couple of errors. And they trail 2-0. They're going to try to get it started here in the fifth, change all of that around. Right-handed hitting senior Peyton Branham. Peyton's base hit going the opposite way, a single between second and first. Leans back and takes a curveball for a called strike on the inside corner. T.R. Baker Insurance in Kennett, they're one of our great broadcast sponsors. We appreciate Randy and the crew, their sponsorship. Peyton goes around on a curveball that bounces at the plate, and he's in the hole, 0-2. They're an independent insurance agency. They can find the coverage just right for you, both commercial and personal accounts, lines of life, health, workers' compensation, and more. T.R. Baker Insurance, a swing and a miss. Branham goes down on strikes. That's out number 1 here in the top of the fifth inning for the Indians. T.R. Baker Insurance, they've been in business since 1966, helping families serving the area since 1966. T.R. Baker Insurance. Give them a call for that insurance quote. In there, a strike to Caden Pruitt. He bats with 1 out, nobody on. Good fastball from Connor Blue. Impressive right-hander for O'Fallon. Misses high with this pitch, 1-1 the count. Owen Williams in the on-deck circle for the Indians. They trail 2-0. They've been out-hit 4-1. Foul ball down the right side, out of play. And they'll count 1-2 to Caden Pruitt. Thank goodness for the sunshine here at Paducah this afternoon. It's made it a little more bearable with that cold wind blowing in from the north. Here's a beautiful curveball taken for strike 3. And the first 2 retired here in the top of the 5th inning for the Indians. 2 down, nobody on for Owen Williams. Owen, who started the game at third, now the pitcher in the ball game, walked his first plate appearance. Connor Blue's first pitch, high ball 1. Cape Central, the Tigers, our opponent on Monday. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss by Williams. And the count 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on for Kennett, top of the 5th inning. Blue with a good fastball on the outside corner, and that's called strike 2. Ultimate Fitness and Sports, another one of our great broadcast sponsors. You need to go by and see them. Get in shape for this warm weather ahead. A swing and a miss. Williams took a hack at a curveball, a nasty pitch from Connor Blue, and that'll do it for the Indians. Top half of the 5th inning. Bottom half of the 5th we go. O'Fallon bats leading this one 2-0.
I'm Nick Darter, a candidate for Dunklin County Sheriff. I am a husband, father, and God-fearing man. I have been in law enforcement for 14 years as a field training officer, firearms instructor, taser instructor, school resource officer, mentor, and a volunteer firefighter. It is my desire to bring the experience I've acquired as well as the values that have been instilled in me to the Sheriff's Office. I would appreciate your vote August 6th for Dunklin County Sheriff, so together we can see Dunklin County be an even safer future.
Paid for by the committee to elect Nick Darter for sheriff, Philip A. Sandy, treasurer.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Top of the order coming up for O'Fallon here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Rasky, Cox, and Blue. Sip if anyone can reach. And Owen Williams back on the mound. 14 pitches for Owen. He has kept his pitch count low. Again, Ultimate Fitness and Sports in Kennett. Need to go by and see him. And a bunt foul at the plate by Drain Haskey on Owen Williams' first pitch to the plate. That's strike 1. He was trying to drag bunt, get his on base for his Panthers. They've out-hit the Indians 4-1 in the ballgame. This ball fouled back to the screen. It's 0-2 to Raskey. Williams. The next pitch, a swing and a miss. Strikeout. It's first out of the inning in the bottom half of the 5th inning for O'Fallon. Camden Cox, the center fielder, will come to the plate. Camden's 1 for 2. He's grounded out to Poole and singled on a ground ball into center field. Strike 1 in there from Owen Williams. We're seeing Owen Williams, and we're going to need to see a lot more of Owen Williams this season. He has looked impressive both in Game 1 and here in Game 2, just outside with a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Camden Cox. The 1-1. Grounded, right back up the middle, tough play, and it's going to be a hit. Right over the pitcher's mound. Coming over was Matt Gardner trying to make the play. But that'll be the 5th hit of the ball game on a ground ball back up the middle. Actually, they're going to rule that as an error on the scoreboard, so I'm going to go by the official score. I thought it might have been an infield hit anyway, but right, high hopper over the pitcher's mound and a very tough play for the second baseman to make, or the shortstop to make. Now a runner at first, and the ball popped down the right field line. Morrison gives chase, but runs out of room. Strike one. Connor Blue, the pitcher at the plate. The number 3 hole hitter is 1 for 2. Doubled on a fly ball, well hit into the wind to left field. His last at bat that drove in a run. A runner goes, pitches in. Nope, runner goes back to first. Pitch inside, ball 1 to Blue. Cox got a big jump off the bag, but went back to the bag. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Pitch a little bit high, ball 2, 2-1 the count. Bentley Farms. Wes and Chantel Bentley, Kennett residents. They have their farm up in Dudley, Missouri, wishing the Indians good luck this season. Line drive off of the shortstop's glove. That was hammered. Gardner tried to snag it. Diving to his right. That'll be a base hit off the line drive. So now runners at first and second for O'Fallon. Still just 1 out here in the inning. Cleanup hitter Keegan Sipp comes to the plate. Keegan, the catcher, he has walked and grounded out to first. That first ground out to first ended up turning into a double play. Courtesy runner coming in for the pitcher, Blue, who just singled. That was the 5th hit for O'Fallon in the ball game. And Sipp stands in. Owen Williams on the mound trying to get another double play ball. And he gets a strike in there with a breaking pitch. Strike 1. Kennett's turned a couple of double plays, and not conventional double plays. A fly ball to the outfield, and a runner doubled up, and a ground ball to first, a toss to the pitcher, and they throw behind a runner at third. Curveballs just a little bit high, 1-1 the count to Keegan Sipp. Keegan steps back in the box. Runners at first and second. O'Fallon up 2-0 and threatening for more here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 down, the 1-1. Good pitch on the inside corner, called strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes, and Owen Williams would love the strikeout. Keegan Sipp, the cleanup hitter, chokes up just a little bit on the bat and takes a curveball high, ball 2. Evens the count 2-2. Kennett middle infield at double play depth. Peyton Branham plays just a step behind the bag at third. Hayden Gilmore at first, plays behind the runner at first. The next pitch, a swing and a miss. There's out number 2. Good pitch from Owen Williams. Runners at first and second. Now 2 down in the inning. And TB comes to the plate. Shortstop for O'Fallon is 0 for 2. Struck out and hit a pop fly and reached on an error on that pop fly. As we've seen that often here at Paducah today. Swing and a miss. Good pitch low and away, and TB took a hack at it for strike 1. Kennett would love to get out of this 5th inning and get the bats going. They've been held to only One hit so far in the ball game. Inside corner is a called strike 2, so Owen Williams a strike away from getting out of any further damage with a couple of runners on in the 5th inning. Williams with the 0-2. Breaking pitch outside, ball 1, 1-2 the count. McCracken County will play O'Fallon immediately following this ball game. The McCracken County players back at the ballpark after they've been at the ballpark. They've just been getting a little lunch and taking it easy. Here's a line drive up the middle, and J.C. dove for it right over the bag. It goes off his glove and into center field. That'll be a hit, but a run will score on the play. Man, a great try by J.C. Poole. A line drive right back up the middle. We've had a lot of those, just balls just right off the tip of the glove. And it's 3-0 O'Fallon with the RBI single. Runners stay at first and second. And Coach New's going to come out of the dugout here as Owen Williams saw some work in game 1, and now his pitch count up to 33 here in game 2. That was the 6th hit of the ball game by O'Fallon. And we have a new pitcher coming on for the Indians. So we'll tell you about the new pitcher as Owen Williams probably reaching his pitch total for the day. We'll tell you about the new Kennett hurler when we return to Paducah right after this.
First Missouri Bank of SEMO understands that banking is more than just managing dollars and cents. It's about strengthening relationships, helping neighbors, believing in our communities, and planning for the future. FM Bank proudly offers competitive rates on personal, home, agricultural, and business loans, and all banking decisions are made here in our local communities. Visit any of our FM Bank locations today for more info. To us, people matter. FM Bank is also proud to sponsor Kennett Indian Sports. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glen St. ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glen St. and God bless our troops.
It's always a home run when you visit the all-new Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti. They have delicious food served up hot and fresh. Be sure to check out their daily lunch and dinner specials. Their catfish, the best around, plus chicken, shrimp, steaks, and their smash burgers will keep you coming back for more. They have 10 big screen TVs where you can catch all the big games. Be sure to like them on Facebook. Slide into home at the Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti.
All right, the new pitcher is Jackson Patterson. Patterson comes on in relief of Owen Williams. Owen will move to first base defensively. Hayden Gilmore will move to center. And with all of that, Jackson Patterson will come on to do the pitching. Jackson Patterson, the third pitcher of Game 2, as Owen Williams did a nice job in there for the Indians on the hill. Gave up 2 hits, 1 run. He walked 1 and struck out 2, but had pretty good stuff. 33 pitches. 22 of those were strikes. And now here's Anthony Perez at the plate facing Jackson Patterson with 2 on and 2 out. And the ground ball bounced foul outside of first. Williams will snag it in foul territory. That's strike 1. Perez is 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out. Ground out was to third base. Peyton Branham, after Owen Williams came in, made the play at first. Now the 0-1 pitch to Perez from Patterson. Low and inside, ball 1, 1-1 the count. run in. O'Fallon leads 3-0 as we play with 2 down, bottom of the 5th inning. Runners at first and second for the Panthers. The pitch low. His ball 2. 2-1 the count. Two balls, one strike to count to Perez. No pickoff throw to second. The runner back in there safely. Jackson Patterson, the third pitcher of the day for the Kennett Indians. Long look at second. Patterson's pitch high and outside, and a good job by Duncan to save that one from going to the backstop. Keeps runners at first and second, but now a 3-1 pitch will be coming to Anthony Perez at the plate with 2 down. And a swing and a miss makes it 3-2. A low pitch, and Perez went for it. Caleb Duncan, I think, took the brunt of that one after it bounces off the turf. Caleb's about as tough as they come. He's going to be fine. He's up on one knee, and home plate umpire is a courtesy going out to talk to the pitcher. The count goes full 3-2, so the runners will be off with the pitch. Blue at second, TB at first for O'Fallon. The 3-2 pitch from Jackson Patterson headed to Anthony Perez at the plate. And he fouls it, right in front of the plate. Duncan catches it in fair ground, and they'll tag first base for the out as Owen Williams snags the throw down. And Kennett gets out of it with only 1 run scoring for O'Fallon. Kennett bats in the 6th, though. They trail 3-0. Let's get the bats going. Back with more Kennett Indian baseball right after this.
Kennett Bowling Lanes is under new ownership, and they're excited to announce new menu items coming soon with delicious lunch specials every day. Looking for a fun family outing? Family night is every Wednesday night from 4 to 8. Kids bowl for free with a meal purchase. Book your next birthday party with a basic or pizza party package. They can also host business events. Call 888-9400 to make a reservation or stop by 1315 St. Francis Street in Kennett. Kennett Bowling Lanes. Strike up some fun.
Spring is here, and it's time to get your team signed up for tournaments at the Kennett Country Club. The tournament season kicks off with the Eclipse 2-person night tournament on April 7th. The 3-man scramble is on April 4th and 5th, and the big 2-man scramble tournament is on May 18th and 19th. See the full tournament listing on the Kennett Country Club Facebook page. Sign up today at the Kennett Country Club Pro Shop and enjoy the fun with tournaments this year at the Kennett Country Club.
Indians will send Jack Morrison to the plate to lead things off. Then to the top of the order, J.C. Poole and Matt Gardner needing some runs. The Indians trail 3-0. They've been out hit 6-1 here in Game 2. Official scoreboard shows the Indians also with 3 errors in the ball game as the throw goes down to second. And Connor Blue, 69 pitches, will start his 6th inning of work. Jack Morrison at the plate to lead things off. And Jack, a strikeout victim against Blue, his first at bat. Just seeing his second at bat here in the 6th inning. Blue with the first pitch, in there with a fastball called strike 1. Curveball is outside. A good take by Morrison that time. Didn't go for it. 1-1 the count. Inside corner is a called strike 2 to Jack Morrison. 1-2. Trying to get a little offense going here in the 6th inning. Indians have been held to 1 hit, no runs so far. Trailing 3-0, and Morrison takes this one just inside. Ball 2, 2-2. Only 1 run in the first game after the Indians fell in game 1. Now the 2-2 on the outside corner called strike 3, so the first out. In the 6th inning for the Indians, back to the top of the order in J.C. Poole. J.C. is popped out to short, and then he lined out on a hard hit ball to the second baseman. Tough luck on that one. Second baseman Rasky about 4 steps out in the outfield grass at second. Matt takes the first pitch for a ball 1. SEMO Conference game coming up on Monday at Cape Central High School. On the road again. That's the theme of the Indians this season. Next pitch, inside, ball 2. Indians 1-1 in SEMO Conference play after losing that heartbreaker at Poplar Bluff. They got a 1-run thriller over Dexter at home to even their SEMO Conference record at 1-1. Here's a line drive. JC again hits it towards second, and Rasky again will snag it for out number 2. Matt Gardner now coming to the plate with 2 outs in the inning and nobody on. Kennett's been held to only 1 hit in the ball game. That off the bat of Peyton Branham. Matt pops the first one foul and out of play. Strike 1. 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Matt takes a breaking pitch, called strike 2. Caden Gilmore in the on-deck circle. If Gardner can reach. 0-2 the count. Connor Blue, the righty, with the pitch. Curveball, and it's hit in the air. Shallow right field. Right fielder comes on. Second baseman goes out. Rasky makes the play for out number 3. Indians go quietly in the 6th. We'll go to the bottom half of the 6th as O'Fallon bats, leading this one 3-0.
Delicious deals for delicious meals at McDonald's. Get exclusive deals on your McDonald's favorites in the McDonald's app with contactless mobile order and convenient drive-through pickup. Get a free large fries when you download the McDonald's app and join My McDonald's Rewards. Download it today. Your local Kennett McDonald's has been serving the Kennett community for over 30 years and is proud to support area youth.
All your friends at the local McDonald's wish the Kennett Indians a safe and successful season. Go Indians!
The human body is capable of the extraordinary. As well as the not so extraordinary. No matter your skill, restore your peak performance with the Orthodox, a dream team of orthopedic surgery. Get back in the game with the Orthodox at NEA Baptist.
Who doesn't love being number 1? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Maxidon will lead things off, followed by the number 8 hitter, Vanderhayden, and then Bauer, the number 9 hitter. Maxidon 1 for 2, and the first pitch from Jackson Patterson is low, ball 1. Indians want to keep them right here, 3-0. O'Fallon leading as we play in the bottom of the 6th. Indians with 1 hit so far in game 2. Pitch is high, ball 2 to Ian Maxidon. Ball 3 is high from Patterson, 3-0. Outfield is Williams in left, Gilmore in center, Morrison in right for the Indians. And 3-0, the count to Maxidon. The pitch is low, ball 4. Leadoff walk, leadoff base runner, as Maxidon will be at first for Drew Vanderhayden. Vanderhayden is 1 for 1 on the afternoon as he singled to left and also has walked. Double play ball would be very welcome for the Indians here. They do not want to allow any more runs in this ball game. They're going to have to score 3 to keep things going and push us to the bottom of the 7th. And if you're just curious, the Indians will have 3, 4, and 5 in the order. Gilmore, Duncan, and Williams, hard of the order, due up in that 7th inning. A strike in there to Vanderhayden. 0-1 the count with a runner at first and nobody out. Jackson Patterson checks the runner. Pretty good lead over at first base. And the pitch. A little bit outside, ball 1. 1-1 the count to Vanderhayden. Jackson Patterson. They'll throw. They got the runner picked off. Now in a rundown, they'll throw down to second. J.C. Poole will toss to Patterson, who makes the tag for the out. So nice job that time by Jackson Patterson picking off the runner. Good job on the rundown as well as finally Patterson makes the put out. 1 out in the inning. Take the base runner off the base pass. That's a big play. And here's Vanderhayden at the plate. Swings and misses. Now it's 1-2. Bauer, the number 9 hitter in the on-deck circle. Again, the heart of the order due up for Kennett in the top of the 7th. They trail 3-0. Ball 2 is low as it bounces at the plate. 2-2 the count to Drew Vanderhayden. The 2-2 pitch. High, ball 3. Count goes full. A game at Cape Central at 4:30 on Monday. The 3-2 pitch to Vanderhayden. Right down the middle, called strike 3. There's out number 2. Good pitch by Jackson Patterson. Jackson, nice job picking off the base runner and then striking out Vanderhayden for out number 2. Base is empty, and Carson Bauer comes to the plate. Bauer, a left-handed hitting third baseman, has flied out in a double play to right field and lined out to the shortstop. Here's a ground ball past the shortstop into left field. 2-out base runner. And back to the top of the order will be the Panthers, and Rasky comes to the plate. Jackson Patterson trying to get out of this inning, trying to get out without any more damage done. First pitch on the outside corner, called strike 1. I'll tell you, a bright spot for the Indians. There haven't been a lot of them in this 2 games of baseball from Paducah was the pitching of Owen Williams and also Jackson Patterson so far. They both look good. When we're looking at the younger pictures, it's going to have to play a big role, and I say that. Jackson hits Rasky in the back with the pitch, so now runners at first and second. But overall, Jackson Patterson's looked good in relief, and Williams really looked good pitching in Game 1 and also in Game 2 here today. Defensively, the Indians have not been what they normally are on the season, as Camden Cox will come to the plate for O'Fallon. Camden is 1 for 3. Indians need an out, not allow another run here in this ball game. They lead 3-0, and they're going to be down to their final 3 outs. Going to have at least 3 runs. We don't want to have to get any more than that. Runners take their lead from first and second. Cox is ready, and Jackson Patterson will look the runner back and throw down to J.C. Poole, but the runner not very far off the bag. Jackson has picked off a runner here in this inning. Cox is ready, and the first pitch almost hit him inside, ball 1. If I was guessing, I would say Ashton Williams will be the starter coming up on Monday against Cape Central. Peyton Branham would be available for relief work. Ball 2 is high. So they tried to keep his pitch count low enough here today that he can pitch again on Monday. 2-0 the count to Camden Cox, the number 3 hitter. The pitcher, Blue, is in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss. Good delivery from Patterson, and Cox couldn't catch up with it. 2-1 the count. Patterson comes set, and they'll throw a pickoff over at first. Williams sneaking behind the runner, and back in there safely, Rasky. 2-1 the count on the hitter. 2 down, runners at first and second. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jackson Patterson checking the base runners. Short lead for both base runners. Fouled back to the screen. Now the count 2-2 on the hitter, Camden Cox. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on for the Panthers. Patterson with the pitch and a line drive to right field. Long run out there, and that one's going to drop in front of Morrison and right. And a run will score on the play, and it'll be first and third for O'Fallon, and they lead it now 4-0. Line drive the opposite way, dropped in front of Morrison. Bauer scores on the play. And Rasky will move up to third easily on the last play. So runners at the corners now for O'Fallon. And another run in, and it's 4-0. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Connor Blue, the pitcher. He's done it all on the mound, and he's 2 for 3 at the plate with a double and a single. He could help his own cause. Throw to first, and the runner back in there safely. Jackson Patterson checks the runners again. The runner goes from first, and the pitch is low, and no throw to second. So now Cox will be down at second base in scoring position. Two outs in the inning, and Connor Blue give the Panthers a little more cushion with a base hit, and he hits it down the right field line. This is trouble, but the wind is blowing it, and it's going to go foul. 1-1 the count to Connor Blue. Indians have been held to only one hit. 7 hits now for O'Fallon in the ball game, and 4 runs across. The 1-1 pitch, grounded in the hole, is going to go into left field. That scores 1. It's going to score another as Williams will come up firing toward home plate. And it's 6-0 Panthers with a 2 RBI single to left field by the pitcher Connor Blue. Raschke scores. Cox scores on the play. And it's 6-0. Runner at first and 2 down. And here's Keegan Sipe at the plate. Sipe, the catcher, is 0 for 2. Kennett's going to have a big hurdle to overcome as the throw goes down to second. And the runner in there is going to be called out. Caleb comes up, guns out Blue, trying to reach second base on the play. And that'll do it for O'Fallon. But they lead it 6-0. Last chance for the Indians as we go to the 7th inning right after this.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Hello, everyone. I'm Aaron Waynick, and I'm running for sheriff of Dunklin County. I'm a lifelong resident of Dunklin County, and I have over 25 years' experience in the field of law enforcement. During my career, I have been blessed to have been trained by and worked beside some of the best the business has had to offer. I have the experience and integrity to lead the sheriff's office in the years to come. I'm married to my best friend, Leah Jo, and we have 2 beautiful daughters, Ella Kate and Emery Lynn. My family and I would like to ask for your vote in the August 6, 2024 primary. Thank you.
Paid for by the committee to elect Aaron Waynick, Dunklin County Sheriff. Karen Vandiver, Treasurer.
7th inning we go. Indians needing 6 runs to push us to the bottom of the 7th inning. And Connor Blue on the mound with 80 pitches. He's going to try to finish off the Indians here. He has pitched a beauty this afternoon as he has thrown 80 pitches. 52 are strikes. Talk about control. He's had it. He's given up 1 hit in the ball game. He's walked 1 and struck out 11 Indian batters. You know what that means? That means the Indians will be running after this one. As Coach New has said that he had to put back in the rule over 6 strikeouts in a game, the Indians are going to run. So they got that to look forward to, and probably not pleased with the amount of errors the Indians have committed in both ball games here today. Hayden Gilmore at the plate takes ball 1, and Kennett with 1 hit here in game 2, trailing at 6-0, needing base runners. Gilmore takes ball 2 outside. He'll more than likely take a strike here with Kennett down 6 runs. Hayden grounded out to second and lined out to first. He's had some good at-bats, but just hit into tough luck a couple of times at the plate. The 2-0 is high and outside, ball 3. Connor Blue. .30 pitch to Gilmore. Outside. There's a leadoff walk by Gilmore. Caleb Duncan at the plate. Trying to keep things going for the Indians. Gilmore, the base runner at first, and Caleb will take a strike. Again, almost automatic, down 6 runs. You're going to make the pitcher throw a strike, and he just did. First pitch in there to Caleb. This pitch outside, ball 1, 1-1 the count. Ashton Williams in the on-deck circle for Kennett. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Caleb. 1-2 the count. Kennett trailing 6-0. Needing some runs to keep this thing going to the bottom of the 7th. Lead-off base runner at first. Gilmore with a walk. And Caleb with a swing and a miss. And that's out number 1 in the inning with a strikeout. Ashton Williams now to the plate. Trying to get things started for the Indians. Ashton takes ball 1. Fastball outside. Connor Blue now with 89 pitches. Trying to throw a one-hit shutout here if he can get the final 2 outs of this inning, but he misses outside ball 2. Sometimes that's the toughest thing for a pitcher. Get the final 3 outs. But Blue has looked very impressive. 2-0 the count to Williams. Ashton hits it in center field. Pretty well hit. Center fielder Cox back over his head. That's going to get down. And the runner will stop at third base. Gilmore and Ashton Williams gave it a ride just short of 400 feet. Dead center field. Boy, Ashton has put a blast into that one. Second hit of the ball game. And a couple of runners in scoring position now for the Indians. Gilmore to third, Williams to second. Here's Peyton Branham, who previously had the only hit of the ball game for the Indians. Double by Ashton Williams. The wind has died down some, but Ashton hit that one well and hit it over Cox's head. 408 is what it shows in center field. Ball 1 is outside to Peyton Branham. Just peck away. Keep putting it in play. Hit it hard. Indians a couple of runners in scoring position with 1 down. The 1-0 pitch to Branham. A little bit high, ball 2. Seems like that strike zone gets harder to find for a pitcher when you're trying to close out a complete game. 93 pitches for Connor Blue with 1 out, 2 on. His team leading 6-0. The 2-0 pitch headed home is inside corner, called strike 1. 2-1 the count to Peyton Branham. One out for the Indians. The 2-1 to Peyton. Outside, ball 3, 3-1. Caden Pruitt in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Branham trying to reach with runners at second and third, and 1 down, or drive them in. He takes ball 4, high and tight, and the base is loaded. Indians load the bases with 1 out, and here's Caden Pruitt. Grounded out in the fielder's choice and struck out in the ball game, and trying to come up with a big blow, reach base, and keep things moving for the Indians. Looking for their first run. Got their second hit of the ball game in this inning. A double by Ashton Williams. There's a base hit past the shortstop into left field. They'll move up 1 base. There's no need to risk it. Getting it in quickly. But an RBI single by Caden Pruitt. Way to go. Seeing some signs of life in the Indians here. Gilmore scores. Everybody moves up a base. And it's 6-1 now. And they'll go out and talk to Connor Blue, who has 97 pitches now in the ball game. Owen Williams will be the hitter for the Indians at the plate. As far as hitting goes, Ashton Williams with a big double over the center fielder's head, and then Caden Pruitt with a line drive past the shortstop. And the pitcher, Connor Blue, is going to stay in there, but with 97 pitches, he's going to make an attempt to pitch the complete game here. They leave him in. Here's Owen Williams. You can almost bet Owen's going to be taking a strike here with the pitch count getting up on Blue. No one warming from O'Fallon's bullpen, so you would expect if somebody comes in, it's going to be a player in the field. Called strike on the outside corner from Blue. Makes it 0-1 to Owen Williams. Bases loaded, run in here in the seventh. 6-1 O'Fallon. Curveball bounces outside at the plate. That's 1 ball and 1 strike to Owen Williams. Catcher Sip did a nice job to knock that one down, keep the runners in place. Outside is ball 2, 2-1. You have a feeling this is probably Connor Blue's last batter. Owen Williams, especially if Owen reaches here. The 2-1 to Williams. Outside, ball 3, didn't miss by much. 3-1, the count to Owen Williams with the bases loaded, 1 down, 1 run in. Kennett trailing 6-1. The 3-1 to Williams, high, ball 4. Another run in. Kennett pulls a little closer, and that brings the tying run to the plate. Jack Morrison will come to the plate. Still no movement. Now O'Fallon will end up taking Connor Blue out of the ball game. It's the second trip out to the mound. So we'll tell you about the new O'Fallon pitcher. When we return, Kennett trails 6-2, but the base is loaded. 1 out in the top of the 6th. Back with more after this.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
Looking for a reliable, lightning-fast internet service that doesn't break the bank? Kennett Board of Public Works is here with their fiber optic internet service, starting at just $29.95 a month, with speeds up to 1 gigabit per second. And the best part? Kennett Board of Public Works is your local provider, committed to serving the community with top-notch customer service and a network you can count on. Experience the power of fiber optics. Sign up now and revolutionize your internet experience with Kennett Board of Public Works Internet Service.
Hello, this is Darren Todd, Republican candidate for Circuit Judge of the 35th Judicial Circuit, comprising Dunklin and Stoddard counties. I am asking for your vote in the August 6th Republican primary for a 6-year term. I'm a 1991 graduate of Holcomb High School, a 1996 graduate of Southeast Missouri State University, and a 1999 graduate of Southern Illinois University School of Law. I will represent the people of the 35th Judicial Circuit with patience, open-mindedness, compassion, understanding, and firmness. Paid for by the committee to elect Darren Todd Judge, Kim Campbell Treasurer.
Evan Day, the new pitcher, a right-hander, will be taking over in relief of Blue in the ball game. 102 pitches, 59 strikes, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 4 and struck out 12. He'd only walked 1 going into this 7th inning, but control became an issue. Indians also getting a couple of hits in the inning, and now the tying run will come to the plate in the form of Jack Morrison. Facing the new pitcher, Evan Day. 1 down, top of the 7th inning. Morrison, right-handed hitter, facing the right-hander, Evan Day. Day's first pitch to the plate, right down the middle, called strike 1. Almost an automatic. Indians were going to take a strike there with the bases loaded and still down by 4. Now 0-1, the count to Jack Morrison with J.C. Poole in the on-deck circle. 1 down, top of the 7th, the 0-1 pitch. This ball popped up right back over toward us and into the netting. Strike 2. 0-2 to Jack Morrison. The base runners, Branham at third, Pruitt at second, Owen Williams at first for the Indians. And an 0-2 count to Jack Morrison with one down in the seventh. Kennett trailing 6-2, and the 0-2 bounces, goes back to the screen. Base runners will move up a base, and then across the plate was Peyton Branham on the ball. Wild pitch. Kennett moves a little bit closer. Pruitt moves up to third on the pitch. Williams moves down to second on the same pitch. So a couple of runners in scoring position, a 1-2 count to Jack Morrison, and it's 6-3 now. Evan Day with the pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2-2. Indians starting to make this interesting here in the seventh inning. 3 runs across in the inning. Couple of hits in the inning. Evan Day on the mound, and his fifth pitch in relief, the 2-2 to Jack Morrison. Outside, ball 3, and the count goes full. Didn't miss by much. But just outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count to Morrison. Pruitt at third, Owen Williams down at second base. Morrison back in the box, and Evan Day checks the runners. The 3-2 pitch with one out. Top of the seventh, headed to the plate. Low ball 4, and the bases loaded for the Indians. Well, the tying runs are now on base for Kennett, and J.C. Poole will come to the plate. Back to the top of the order for Kennett. Wind has died down just a bit here at the ballpark, still blowing in from left field. JC has just hit it. The defensive players so far in this ball game had some tough luck. And the first pitch to JC is inside corner, called strike 1. JC is popped out to short. Lined out to second a couple of times. Needs to line one into the outfield. Make this game a little more interesting with one out. Top of the seventh. Base is loaded for the Indians, down by 3. And now Day will step off. Evan Day. J.C. Poole steps back in the box. Kennett with the bases loaded. One down, top of the seventh. The pitch to Poole. Low and inside, and a good stop by Sip to keep the runners right where they are. That's ball 1. 1-1 to Poole. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded. Top of the 7th inning, and Kennett trailing 6-3, and J.C. Poole awaits the 1-1. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Matt Gardner in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Two balls, 1 strike, the count to J.C. Poole. Evan Day out of the stretch, checks the runners. The 2-1 to J.C. Poole. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike to J.C. Poole. Field at double play depth. They're looking for an out with the bases loaded. They're not going to try to get the force out at home. They'll try to turn 2 if they can. Now the 3-1 pitch to JC. Headed home. Inside, ball 4. Put another run on the scoreboard for the Indians. That makes it 6-4, and another trip out to the mound with Matt Gardner coming to the plate. A base hit by Matt, and we're going to have a tie ball game here. Couple of hits in the inning already for the Indians. We're going to have another pitching change, so we'll tell you about the new pitcher for O'Fallon when we return, with the Kennett Indians trailing 6-4 with one out and the bases loaded in the seventh. We'll tell you about the new pitcher right after this.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Experience the April 8th total solar eclipse at the American Legion Fairgrounds in Kennett. Delta Fair vendors will offer a taste of the fair Saturday and Sunday with live music provided by Rooster Blue, Andre Shepard, The Suspects, Double Take, Elliott Wade, and Jaded. The eclipse will take place Monday when Kennett falls within the moon's shadow for a total of 2 minutes and 12 seconds beginning at 1:57 p.m. Join the fun at the American Legion Fairgrounds in Kennett.
The new pitcher for the O'Fallon Panthers will be Alex Tame, a right-hander, taking his warm-up tosses. Indians have the bases loaded. Owen Williams at third, Jack Morrison at second, J.C. Poole at first, and Matt Gardner will come to the plate. Boy, what a big opportunity for the Kennett senior here to bust things open, as Kennett has scored 4 in the inning and threatening for more. In the infield for O'Fallon, they're back. They're going to try to get the double play or make sure of an out. Matt Gardner is going to try to tie the ball game up with a base hit here with the bases loaded. First pitch from Tame headed to the plate. In there for a called strike to Gardner. 1 down in the inning, and the base is loaded for Kennett. 4 runs across. Kennett needing 2 more to tie it up. 3 would take the lead. The 0-1 pitch, curveball hitting the center field, and it's right at the center fielder. They throw into the plate, and Kennett not able to score on the play as it was right at the center fielder. Williams at third did not tag up, and center fielder Cox was coming on, caught the fly ball, so the runner's not able to tag up on the play, and they stay put. So now 2 outs in the inning, and there's Hayden Gilmore. Hayden has been swinging a hot bat. He's 0 for 2 in this game, but he is swinging it as well as any of the Kennett hitters. The first pitch to Gilmore, a swing as they turn him loose. Strike 1. Fouls it straight back to the screen. That just shows you Coach New's confidence in Hayden Gilmore. He's talked about how well he's swinging it and how well he's seeing it. He turned his lefty loose on the first pitch. Now it's 0-1 with 2 down and the bases loaded. Outside, ball 1. Fly ball off Matt Gardner's bat. Center fielder Cox came in and on about 2 or 3 steps, his momentum going toward home. I thought they might double the runner up at second, but instead to throw in to the cutoff man. Here's a ball low, ball 2, 2-1. Caleb Duncan in the on-deck circle. Kennett not forcing the issue. The bases remain loaded. Now 2-1 the count to Gilmore with 2 down. Kennett down by 2. Top of the 7th, the 2-1 pitch to Gilmore. Hayden hits it down the left field line, slicing foul. And the count now 2-2. Appreciate Monty Lyons helping us out all day on the radio controls, getting us on and off the air before the games and between the games. Tad Jones with the video side of things, getting things set up for our broadcast. The 2-2 with 2 outs and the bases jammed. Gilmore fouls it off and stays alive. That had the sound of hitting a car in the parking lot directly behind the third base bleachers. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The Indians down by 2 in the top of the 7th, and Hayden Gilmore at the plate. And Thames pitch, and Hayden strokes it out to left field. This is going to drop in for a hit. 1 run is scored. The play at the plate is not in time. Indians have tied it up with a 2 RBI single to left field, and the go-ahead run advances over to third base. Opposite field, base hit by Hayden Gilmore. Drops in front of Perez. Owen Williams scores. Jack Morrison scores on the last play. And J.C. Poole moves down to third on the last play. So 2 more runs in, and we are tied at 6. Let's take the lead. And Caleb Duncan can do just that as he steps in. Gilmore with a clutch 2-out hit. Now Caleb takes ball 1 outside. Ashton Williams in the on-deck circle for the Indians. One ball, no strikes to count to Caleb Duncan. The pitch to Caleb. Caleb pops it out of play. 1-1 the count. Well, we are at least going to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Indians have put 6 on the scoreboard here in the top of the 7th. After entering the inning with only 1 hit in the ballgame. Now the 1-1 pitch to Duncan, trying to give the Indians the lead. Takes a curveball for a strike. 1-2, the Caleb. J.C. Poole, the base runner at third. Hayden Gilmore, after the 2 RBI single to left, the base runner at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Duncan. Trying to give the Indians the lead. Early break off first. They'll throw down to second. They have them in the rundown. Now they're going to try to throw it home. The ball gets by the catcher. Flashbacks of priority as going to third will be Gilmore. The first and third works again for the Indians. You got to be kidding me. They throw down to second. On the pitch, and Poole goes home on the play, and Gilmore goes to third. And the Indians take the lead, and Duncan pops this one out of play. Wow! Indians lead 7-6 with 2 outs. And Gilmore at third base now. Let me get all of my base runners situated here. 1-2 the count to Duncan. The pitch, Caleb hits it foul outside of third. My goodness, how many times can that first and third play work? Raschke at second. They threw it to him, and he was a little undecided what they wanted to do. He was looking the runner back to first like they should, and then the runner at third took off to home, and he threw it wild to home. Now the 1-2 pitch to Duncan. Woo! Ball 2. Indians lead it 7-6. What a boost for this ball club if they can hold on and get this victory against O'Fallon. The 2-2 pitch to Duncan. A little insurance at third for Caleb. Caleb pops it up over toward the Kennett dugout, and it's going to get over the screen and out of play. Caleb stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gilmore at third. And Kennett leading 7-6. Who would have thought it? I would not have going into the 7th inning. Now the 2-2 to Caleb Duncan. Caleb fouls it and stays alive. Good at bat by Caleb Duncan. Alex Tame, second relief pitcher here in this 7th inning. For O'Fallon, Kennett has put 7 on the board. And the 2-2 again to Duncan. Hit back up the middle toward the shortstop. Fielded, the throw to first in time. That'll do it, but the Indians take the lead 7-6. We're going to be back and try to close it out. 3 outs, guys. Let's get the win when we return right after this.
I'm Nick Darter, a candidate for Dunklin County Sheriff. I am a husband, father, and God-fearing man. I have been in law enforcement for 14 years as a field training officer, firearms instructor, taser instructor, school resource officer, mentor, and a volunteer firefighter. It is my desire to bring the experience I've acquired as well as the values that have been instilled in me to the Sheriff's Office. I would appreciate your vote August 6th for Dunklin County Sheriff, so together we can see Dunklin County be an even safer future.
Paid for by the committee to elect Nick Darter for sheriff, Philip A. Sandy, treasurer.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
We're going to the bottom of the 7th inning, and Kennett leads at 7-6. And if you're wondering, it'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for O'Fallon. Would you have it any other way? Jackson Patterson taking the warm-ups. Throw goes down to second, and here we go. We need 3 outs. Let's get this win and get on a bus and go back to Missouri. Jackson Patterson, an inning and a third so far in relief. And Keegan Sipp, the catcher, the cleanup hitter, will lead things off. He has walked, grounded out to first, and struck out. Patterson tries to close it out for the Indians. Foul ball back to the screen, strike 1, and we're underway. Well, O'Fallon wasn't taking a strike. They came up there hacking with their cleanup hitter. Wind still blowing, but about half the speed that it was earlier in the day. The 0-1 pitch fouled off at the plate, and it's quickly 0-2. Come on, boys, let's get this win. Hearing from Dennis Nail this afternoon as well. A lot of Kennett Indian fans might have left our broadcast, those of little faith. Now the 0-2 pitch, outside, ball 1. First and third, the Kennett Indians. I couldn't call it. They didn't steal the victory yet, but that's pretty much what it would be if they can hold off O'Fallon here in the 7th. Another foul ball out of play, and the count remains 1-2. Keegan Sipp at the plate. He lines it to left field in a leadoff single. Well, that's how we started. Throw goes back into second. Leadoff base runner at second on a line drive to left field. Grant Tebe, the shortstop, comes to the plate. How about a double play here, boys? Here we go. Grant is struck out, reached on an error, and singled on a line drive to right center field. Throw to first, and the runner back in there safely. Tying run on base for O'Fallon after the leadoff single. Another throw to first. Jackson Patterson. Jackson would be the winner in this ball game if he can get the final 3 outs without allowing a run. The cleanup hitter, Sipp, has reached with a base hit to left. Now they'll bunt, a perfect bunt, but foul down the first baseline. I said perfect, but it kicked to the right and rolls foul, so that's strike 1. You can tell O'Fallon's trying to just get that run in scoring position. The number 5 hitter at the plate. 0-1 the count on Grant Tebe. Jackson Patterson. The pitch, and this bunt is in fair territory, fielded by Patterson to throw to first in time. Sacrifice is good. As Patterson throws to Owen Williams. Sip moves down in scoring position at second base. And at the plate, Anthony Perez, who is 0 for 3 on the day. Tying run at second, 1 down, bottom of the 7th. Perez takes it inside, ball 1. Jackson Patterson trying to get the victory here. The Indians have stormed back with 7 runs in the top half of the 7th inning. The 1-0 pitch to Perez. Fouled off his foot at the plate. Evens the count 1-1. One out. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Tying run at second base. 1 ball, 1 strike the count to Anthony Perez. You talk about some young pitchers that haven't seen much varsity experience. They're growing up in a hurry. And that's the whole idea for Coach Snoo's ball club. Coach Lou Allen working with these pitchers as well very closely as the pitch from Patterson is high, ball 2. Success is what it's all about. Success. They just gain more confidence. Patterson trying to get the victory here. If he can close out O'Fallon. Tying run at second. 2-1 the count to Anthony Perez at the plate with 1 down. The 2-1. Lined up the middle, base hit. See if we have a play at the plate. Coming up, Indians don't field it cleanly, but the throw to the plate and the tag at home is in time for the out. Gunning him out was Hayden Gilmore. He didn't field it cleanly, but he guns it all the way home. The line drive up the middle, and they tag out the runner at the plate. What a bang-bang play. I didn't think Gilmore would have a chance to throw out the runner at home, but he did. And Perez now at first base and 2 outs in the inning. What a big turnaround. As Maxidon 1 for 2, left-handed hitter at the plate. Come on, Jackson, close him out. Foul ball, strike 1. The Indians 2 outs away from a miracle come-behind victory here. But we got to get 1 more out. No balls, 1 strike to Maxidon. Jackson Patterson on the hill, comes set. And the pitch. Line drive out in the left field. Tough play out there as Williams comes on and he can't get there. And the ball's going to get by him and we're going to be tied up. Oh, my goodness. The ball just died in front of Ashton, who came on. A little fly ball out in left field. And the run will come around to score on the single, and we're tied at 7. Maxidon takes second base on the throw home. So he's the winning run down at second. So we go from trying to close things out to now just trying to hold on and bring it to the 8th inning. Vanderheiden at the plate. He's 1 for 2. That wind blowing straight in from left field. Williams came on for that one, and he was trying to catch it in the air, doing all he could to catch it in the air, but he was coming on so hard the ball got by him and the run scored easily on the play, and it's 7-7 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. 7-7-7. And Jackson Patterson on the mound, trying to get out number 3 and send us to the 8th. The ground ball back to Jackson. Patterson will step, throw to first for the out. Well, we're going to the 8th inning, ladies and gentlemen, as a run scored, and we're tied at 7. 8th inning we go. We'll be back with more baseball from Paducah, Kentucky right after this.
First Missouri Bank of SEMO understands that banking is more than just managing dollars and cents. It's about strengthening relationships, helping neighbors, believing in our communities, and planning for the future. FM Bank proudly offers competitive rates on personal, home, agricultural, and business loans, and all banking decisions are made here in our local communities. Visit any of our FM Bank locations today for more info. To us, people matter. FM Bank is also proud to sponsor Kennett Indian Sports. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glen St. ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glen St. and God bless our troops.
Ashton Williams will lead things off for the Indians here as we go to the 8th inning in a 7-7 ball game. Indians with 7 runs, took a 1-run lead, but O'Fallon getting a run in the bottom half of that 7th inning. And now we go to the 8th. Bonus baseball from Paducah, game 2 of the day for the Indians. Ball 1 to Ashton Williams, leading off the inning. Ashton takes it on the outside corner for a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count. Alex Tame on the mound, the 1-1 pitch to Ashton Williams. Ashton hits the curveball out of play. And the count now 1-2 to Williams, leading off the top of the 8th inning. It'll be Williams, Branham, and Pruitt for the Indians here in the inning. Ashton swings and misses. That's out number 1 here in the 8th. Peyton Branham will come in. Peyton had the only hit of the ball game for the Indians until we got to the 7th inning. 7 runs on 4 hits for the Indians. 7 runs on 11 hits. Now for O'Fallon in the ball game. Peyton takes it high and tight. Ball 1. The 1-0 pitch to Branham. Inside ball 2. We are tied at 7. Top of the 8th inning. I know the starter for O'Fallon has to be just devastated after not being able to get out of that 7th inning. 3-0 the count now to Branham as this one misses high. Tame finally got O'Fallon out of that 7th inning, but not before Kennett had taken a 1-run lead. Then O'Fallon answers with a run. And a 3-1. Or the 3-0 pitch is a called strike on the outside corner, and it goes to 3 balls and 1 strike now to Peyton Branham with 1 out. And the top of the 8th, the 3-1 to Peyton. Strike at the knees, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, base is empty. And Peyton fouls it out of play and stays alive. Indians needing some base runners and put some pressure on the Panthers. Here in the 8th, the 3-2. Peyton again fouls it out of play and stays alive. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch to Branham. Grounded towards short in the hole. Backhand by the shortstop. Long throw across the diamond is not in time. Branham will beat it out. Branham hustling all the way. And Tibby made a great play on the backhand. Through the old Ozzie Smith short hop over toward first. But Branham hustling all the way with the infield single. So there's the go-ahead run. Caden Pruitt, who's coming to the plate, had that big hit on the line drive to left field back in the 7th inning. Will bat with Branham at first base and 1 out here in the top of the 8th. The throw to first, and Branham back in there safely. Boy, Peyton almost a little too wide off the bag that time, but got those long arms back in there in time. Here's a pitch inside corner called strike 1 to Pruitt. We are tied at 7 as we play in the top of the 8th inning from McCracken County High School in Paducah, Kentucky. The 0-1 pitch to Pruitt, but first a throw back to first. And back in there safely is Branham. We've seen a little bit of everything here at Paducah today. Indians trying to close things out in the 7th. Couldn't do so as a run across for O'Fallon. Another throw to first. Again, Branham back in there safely as Tame trying to keep the runner close over there at first. 0-1 the count. To the hitter, Pruitt. Curveball is a called strike on the outside corner at the knees. Beautiful pitch from Tame to Pruitt. See if he can get one he wants to handle here. 0-2 the count to Caden with a runner at first. That's the go-ahead run at first base. Branham. He puts it in play to the pitcher. That'll move the runner up. Underhand toss to first. But now the go-ahead run at second for Owen Williams as he bats with 2 outs in the inning. Branham in scoring position goes down to second. Now 2 outs in the inning, and here's Owen Williams. And a couple of walks and a strikeout in the ball game. He's about to have his first hit and give the Indians the lead once again. Branham at second with 2 outs, and Tame on the hill. With the first pitch headed home to Owen is a curveball low, ball 1. Jack Morrison in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Owen stands back in. Branham takes his lead, the shortstop. Tries to keep him close. Now the 1-0. Outside corners are called strike to Owen Williams. 1-1 the count. Go ahead run down at second for the Indians as we play in the top of the 8th inning. Wind picks up once again, blowing in from left center field. The 1-1 pitch to Owen Williams. Curveball is a little bit outside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Jack Morrison in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Two balls, 1 strike to count. Branham at second. And a pitcher's low, ball 3, and Branham a big break off of second base there. Almost a third of the way to third base before going back to second on the low pitch. 3-1 the count to Owen Williams. 2 down. Branham at second. He's the go-ahead run. We're in the top of the 8th. The pickoff back to second without a throw as the pitcher turned. Peyton was scrambling back to the bag without a throw. 3 balls, 1 strike, the count to Owen Williams. The go-ahead run down at second. The 3-1 in there at the knees. The count goes full, 3-2 to Owen. Alex Tame comes set. The 3-2 pitch with 2 outs, and the go-ahead run at second is high, ball 4. Kennett with runners at first and second now, and here's Jack Morrison. J.C. Poole moves to the on-deck circle. Jack has struck out a couple of times and walked in the ball game. That walk coming that big 7th inning for the Indians. Alex Tame has now thrown 38 pitches in the ball game. Indians trying to take the lead with a base hit here in the 8th, and a pickoff play back to second, and Branham just in there safely. Tabby just snuck behind him and had some daylight. The throw from Tame just a little bit too late. Williams at first, that's Owen Williams. Peyton Branham at second. Jack Morrison at the plate with 2 outs, and the first pitch to Jack at the knees, called strike 1. J.C. Poole in the on-deck circle hopes he'll get a hack at it here in the 8th inning. In a 7-7 ball game. The 0-1 pitch to Morrison. Curveball is outside corner, called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Morrison with 2 outs. Top of the 8th, 2 on. In a 7-7 ball game. The pitch to Morrison. Outside and low. Didn't miss by much. The count 1-2. Branham at second, Owen Williams at first. And 1-2, the count to Morrison with 2 down in the 8th. The pitch to Jack Morrison is high, ball 2. Jack flexed at the knees, and that one just stayed high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 on for the Indians in the 8th inning. In a 7-7 ball game. The pitch to Morrison is high and tight, ball 3, and now the runners will be off with the pitch. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Branham at second. Owen Williams at first. Alex Tame on the hill, pitching to Jack Morrison. With the runners off on the 3-2 pitch. Outside corner, called strike 3. Good pitch on the outside corner. Indians strand a couple of runners in the top of the 8th. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Coming up will be the 9-1-2 hitters for O'Fallon in a 7-7 ball game. Bottom of the 7th when we return right after this.
It's always a home run when you visit the all-new Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti. They have delicious food served up hot and fresh. Be sure to check out their daily lunch and dinner specials. Their catfish, the best around, plus chicken, shrimp, steaks, and their smash burgers will keep you coming back for more. They have 10 big screen TVs where you can catch all the big games. Be sure to like them on Facebook. Slide into home at the Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti.
Kennett Bowling Lanes is under new ownership, and they're excited to announce new menu items coming soon with delicious lunch specials every day. Looking for a fun family outing? Family night is every Wednesday night from 4 to 8. Kids bowl for free with a meal purchase. Book your next birthday party with a basic or pizza party package. They can also host business events. Call 888-9400 to make a reservation or stop by 1315 St. Francis Street in Kennett. Kennett Bowling Lanes. Strike up some fun.
Thanks to all of our great sponsors making our coverage of Kennett Indian baseball possible. I know all you folks listening in on the radio this afternoon, if you're out and about, whatever you're doing, and those also watching our live video stream on the KTMO streaming platforms. A new pitcher coming on will be Zane Franklin, another one of those youngsters that's thrown right into the varsity fire here. As a freshman, Zane Franklin will be facing O'Fallon in a 7-7 ball game in the bottom of the 8th from Paducah, Kentucky. Who could have thought it? This is how these young guys will grow up in a hurry. It'll be Bauer, the number 9 hitter, then Raskey and Cox back to the top of the order with Raskey and Cox. Blue, the starting pitcher, who has to be devastated after O'Fallon gave up 7 runs, and that Top of the 7th inning. We'll bat if anyone can reach. And Zane Franklin, see what Zane can do here. Trying to shut down the Panthers and send us to the 9th inning. First pitch from Zane, a little bit high, ball 1. We saw Zane out in the outfield in game 1 coming in. Ground ball foul outside of third. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Bottom of the 8th inning, 7-7 ball game. Carson Bauer takes it inside, ball 2, 2-1. Indians have battled back in this one. One thing you can say about them, they haven't played their best baseball, but they have not quit at any point. Foul ball down the third baseline, makes the count 2-2. Couple of runners on in the top half of the 8th, but couldn't get the hit, couldn't get him across the plate. Now trying to hold O'Fallon, their leadoff hitter in the inning. Carson Bauer, their number 9 hitter, takes a curveball on the inside corner, called strike 3. There's out number 1 in the 8th. Back to the top of the order, and here's Dane Raske. Raske is 1 for 3 on the day. Franklin strikes out Bauer for out number 1. Always good to get that first out. First pitch is high, ball 1 to Raske. Just past 4 o'clock, Kennett Indian Baseball on KBOA FM 105.1. Piggott Kennett. Also on our streaming platforms, KTMO, back up the middle. Gardner will knock it down, but that's going to be an infield hit. Matt would have had a no chance on that one as he's had to dive and keep it on the infield. And Raske represents the winning run down at first base. 1 out in the inning. See if Franklin can serve up a double play ball to Camden Cox. Cox is 2 for 4 on the day. Reached on an error and a couple of singles. Line drive to right. Now a balk is called, and into scoring position is going to be Raske. That takes out the double play. So the winning run at second base. Camden Cox at the plate. Pitch to Cox, grounded toward third. Coming on and unable to make the play is Branham, and the runners will be at the corners with only 1 out. Peyton had it go off the webbing of his glove, and now the winning run 90 feet away at third. Connor Blue, the starting pitcher, is 3 for 4. And he comes to the plate. He was trying to get the complete game shutout. Now Cox will take second. Kennett could care less. That run means nothing. That does take out the force play, and the infield has to come in with Blue at the plate. He's trying to drive in the winning run and a big cut and a swing and a miss on strike 1. Second and third, 1 down. The only run that matters is that run at third in a 7-7 ball game. The next pitch, a little bit low from Zane Franklin. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Indians trying to send it to the 9th. A change up and a swing and a miss. Connor Blue now in the hole, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The freshman Zane Franklin on the mound. Trying to get out of this 8th inning. The 1-2 pitch headed home is popped out of play. The count remains 1-2. Sip, the catcher, in the on-deck circle. Infield in, outfield in. They're trying to cut off Raske from scoring on a fly ball to the outfield or a ground ball on the infield. This ball fouled out of play. The count remains 1-2. Freshman Zane Franklin working here in the 8th inning. Connor Blue, cleanup, or the number 3 hitter. 3 for 4 on the day, trying to win this one as he pops it out in the outfield. Gilmore in center. He's going to come on, going to catch it. He's going to come up gunning to the plate, and it's up the line, and that's going to be a winner. A sacrifice fly by Connor Blue, and O'Fallon will win this one 8-7. The fly ball out to Gilmore. We've already seen him make a beautiful throw from center field, but this time the throw coming in was not in time as Rasky scores the go-ahead and the winning score in this one, 8-7. O'Fallon will get the victory here in this one. What a ball game, folks, as we'll take a break, come back, and check the final totals right after this.
Spring is here, and it's time to get your team signed up for tournaments at the Kennett Country Club. The tournament season kicks off with the Eclipse 2-person night tournament on April 7th. The 3-man scramble is on April 4th and 5th, and the big 2-man scramble tournament is on May 18th and 19th. See the full tournament listing on the Kennett Country Club Facebook page. Sign up today at the Kennett Country Club Pro Shop and enjoy the fun with tournaments this year at the Kennett Country Club.
Delicious deals for delicious meals at McDonald's. Get exclusive deals on your McDonald's favorites in the McDonald's app with contactless mobile order and convenient drive-through pickup. Get a free large fries when you download the McDonald's app and join My McDonald's Rewards. Download it today. Your local Kennett McDonald's has been serving the Kennett community for over 30 years and is proud to support area youth.
All your friends at the local McDonald's wish the Kennett Indians a safe and successful season. Go Indians!
Well, the final score in the bottom of the 8th inning as a sacrifice fly wins it for O'Fallon 8-7. Here's the way the scoring went in the ball game. O'Fallon jumped out 1-0 at the bottom of the 1st inning. They added another run in the 3rd. They added another run in the 5th and led 3-0. Then they put 3 on the board in the 6th and led 6-0 as we went to the top of the 7th. But the Indians getting 7 runs in the top of the 7th pushed us to the bottom of the 7th where O'Fallon scored a run and tied the ball game. And then they get the winning run in the 8th. For O'Fallon, 8 runs on 13 hits. They committed 1 error. Kennett was 7 runs on 5 hits, but Kennett committed 5 errors in the ball game. And they fall 2 here in Paducah today. The first to McCracken County, the second to O'Fallon. And the second one, a heartbreaking loss, 8-7 in 8 innings. Thanks to Monty Lyons for running our radio controls this afternoon. Tad Jones, our video controls, and special thanks to all of our sponsors and all of our listeners to support our Kennett Indian broadcast each and every game. We'll be back on the air Monday afternoon, Cape Central High School, as we take on the Tigers of Cape Central in a SEMO Conference matchup. 8-7, our final in 8 innings against O'Fallon in Game 2 from Paducah. I'm Perry Jones, and we'll talk to you again on Monday afternoon with more Kennett Indian Baseball.
You have been watching Kennett Indian Baseball. This broadcast presented by Nick Darter for Dunklin County Sheriff, Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, the Kennett Country Club Pro Shop, McDonald's, Baker Implement Company, Farm Credit Services of Southeast Missouri, Glen Sane Motors, FM Bank, State Farm Insurance, Greg Wilson, Duncan Sheet Metal, Kennett Chamber of Commerce, Kennett City Light Gas and Water, the committee to elect Darren Todd for judge, Home Plate Bar and Grill, NEA Baptist Hospital, the Kennett Bowling Lanes, and the committee to elect Aaron Waynick for Dunklin County Sheriff. Other sponsors include Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, Kennett Trust Bank, T.R. Baker Insurance, the Law Office of Peltz, McMullen, Edgington, and Morgan, Bentley Farms, and Ultimate Fitness and Sports. This broadcast has been a production of Pollock Broadcasting Company.